Our next head coach is Nebraska's Bo Pelini of the Legends Division. Pelini and the Huskers joined the Big Ten after Nebraska became the conference's 12th member school on July the 1st. Entering his fourth season at Nebraska, Pelini led the Huskers to 10 wins and a berth in the Holiday Bowl last season. Pelini's squad returns 14 starters from last season's team. We'll have Coach Pelini make an opening statement and then open the floor to questions.
We're looking forward to the upcoming season. It's great to be here today, and I brought with me Rex Burkhead, our running back, and Levante David and Jared Crick are our guys, are the players that are going to be representing us today, and we're excited. We're excited about the season. We're opening up here practicing in a little over a week, and we've had a great off season, and we've needed it. You know, it's required a lot of work because of obviously our first year coming into the Big Ten, and you know, we're basically got 11 new opponents on our schedule, and which obviously creates a little bit of a challenge for our football team and our kids. But our kids are excited. It's going to be an honor to be a part of this conference, to be a part of the tradition, all the things that the Big Ten represents, and the tremendous institutions that we're going to be joining in the conference and playing against this year and in the future. We're looking forward to that. But it's great to be here and at our first Big Ten Media Day, and looking forward to this upcoming season.
It's time for questions. First question here in the back, stage left.
Can you talk a little bit about the progress of Taylor Martinez over the summer and early fall, and then just the depth at quarterback since Cody Green transferred?
We feel really good about where Taylor is, and he had a great off season. He had a tremendous spring. You know, he's had a phenomenal summer. I think he's more engaged as a leader. I think he's really taken upon himself, you know, to grow in that area. I think he's becoming a tremendous leader on our football team, holding his teammates accountable, holding himself accountable. I think he's poised to have a great year, and we feel good about where we are at the quarterback position. We have a young man who really stepped out in the spring as a backup in Breon Carnes. Obviously, Cody Green choosing to leave, that you know, he made a decision he thought was best for him and his future, and we decided to back him on that, and we wish him the best of luck. And we have, you know, with Breon, we have Ron Kellogg, and we have Bubba Starling, but you all know he's a baseball kid, and somebody who has a tough decision that he's going to be facing here in the coming weeks, and we'll see how that all plays out. And we brought another walk-on in, so you know, we feel good about where the depth is, but you know, you can never have too many, and we all know that. But we feel real good about the quality of our players and the type of kids we have playing the quarterback position for us. So we're real excited about it. I mentioned that the walk-on we have is we had Joe Brokemeyer, and we have his younger brother coming in, and we think he's going to be a nice addition to the football team also. So we're excited about it.
Go over here on the aisle, stage right.
As you said, you have nothing but new teams on the schedule this year. So how do you, basically zero familiarity with a lot of the teams you'll be playing, how do you prepare for that? Do you watch tape of them playing other teams and sort of figure out how the Nebraska system would fit in there?
Yeah, we prepare like we do any other time. You know, we always find the new teams on our schedule. We put a little bit more time into those, and obviously we have 11 of them this year. So that required a lot more time, and you know, it creates a greater challenge for us. But at the end of the day, I feel great about the preparation we've had. That started for me way back in February in our staff, and we've put a lot of work in. We feel good about where we are in that process, and it'll continue right up until we kick it off next week. But it's we've got a lot accomplished in this off season, and I think we're ready to meet the challenges that lie ahead.
Next question is back. Oh no, that question is now down here.
Given your program's style of play, how do you feel that the Big Ten is a better fit for Nebraska than the Big 12?
I don't know about if it's about style of play or anything else. We feel like we can line up and play against anybody in the country, and we're going to do our thing. We're going to play our way, and you obviously you have to make some adjustments according to who you're playing in a particular week. But we feel real good about. We feel like our style, the type of kids we recruit, the type of football team we put on the field can fit in any conference. And is the style of play a little bit different? In some ways, yes, and in some ways, no. Football is football. You're going to win by the basics, the fundamentals. If you're good at those things, you're going to win football games, no matter who you're playing, no matter what conference you're in. And I do understand that in this conference, they're going to be quality athletes and quality coaching, and it's going to be a tremendous challenge for us.
Next question is far stage left aisle.
Coach, you have two players on the players to watch list on the defensive side of the ball, and Jared Crick and Levante David. With your defense, do you feel that this unit could potentially be as good a defensive unit as you've had the opportunity to coach?
Well, we'll see. I mean, we have a good group coming back. We have, you mentioned those two young men, Levante and Jared Crick, but you talk about Alfonso Dennard, who I think is as good a corner as there is in the country, and I think we have some depth that we haven't quite had up until now. But there's a lot of things that play into that, and to say that we're going to be the best, I've been really fortunate to be around some defenses that have been pretty stout and have accomplished some great things. And do we have the opportunity to do that? Yeah, but it's going to come through a lot of hard work and a level of commitment that allows our football team to get better on a daily basis. There's a lot of things that make you become good. It's not just talent. It's about character. It's about leadership. It's about chemistry. All those things, and ultimately coming with your lunch pail every day and going to work. And if we do that, I think we have the opportunity to be pretty formidable on that side of football.
Bo, you just said that in some ways your style of play will be a little different. Can you elaborate?
Well, I'm not quite sure that's what I meant. I mean, we're going to play against some teams where the style might be a little bit different than we've seen in the Big 12. The style of play might be a little bit different. We're going to do what we do, and we're going to do it well. And we're not really going to adapt what we do to the conference. We're going to make hopefully make the conference adapt to what we do. And there's some certain things that have allowed us to have success on the defensive side of the football. We're going to do that. We're changing some things offensively. There's going to be some things obviously that are the same, but there's going to be some things that are new wrinkles, and you'll see that as the season wears on. But at the end of the day, to be successful in this game, yeah, you have to adapt to your opponents, but you have to line up and do what you do on it well, and you have to execute your football. And if we continue to do that, we'll be fine no matter who we're lined up against.
Next question is over stage right.
Coach, whether it's on the field or off, what would you say are the biggest differences you've noticed between the Big Ten and the Big 12?
Well, obviously I haven't gone through, you ask me that a year from now, I think I'll have a little bit better idea. It's, and I haven't not gone through the conference schedule yet. It's hard to say. I think the leadership in this conference is tremendous. I played in this conference. I grew up in Big Ten country. I have a tremendous amount of respect for everything that the Big Ten represents. And so to me, it's an honor to be a part of this, to be a part of this conference. I think you just look at the tradition, the academic integrity, all the things that I believe our program at University of Nebraska stands for. I think we fit right in with this conference. And tremendous football, tremendous athletics, a tremendous commitment to academics, and doing things the right way. And that's what this conference is all about, and that's what it represents. So it obviously, I believe Nebraska is a tremendous fit.
Time for a few more questions. Go ahead and raise your hands. We'll get a mic over to you. We have one down front, stage left.
Coach, you're getting quite an initiation in the Big Ten, going up to Camp Randall, probably one of the most, if not the most hostile environment in college football. And then you have Ohio State at home with getting some of their better players back. How do you prepare for something like that?
You just take care of yourselves. You know, you obviously schedule makers didn't do us any favors in our first year, did they? But we have a tough schedule ahead of us, but you go week by week, and right now what we concentrate, we always talk about in our program the process. The process is going to lead us to have an opportunity to have success, and if we continue to do that, we get better as a football team week in and week out and day by day, and we'll be just fine. I understand I've played in Camp Randall before. I understand what Ohio State brings to the table and the rest of the teams that are going to be on our schedule, and it's not going to be easy. But we knew that going in, and our football team understands the challenges that are going to be presented to them, and I think they're ready to meet those challenges, and it's going to be great. You know, we're looking. You know, you want to play against the best. You come to play college football to be challenged and to try to be the best you can be, and you do that by playing against tremendous opponents and against great coaching in a great environment. So we're going to have all that in year one, and it's going to be. I think our football team's looking forward to it, and our fan base is looking forward to it.
Still time for one or two more. We have one in the back middle, stage left.
Coach, you mentioned your commitment to doing things the right way and the Big Ten's commitment. As a college football guy, are you bothered at all by some of the things that have occurred across the landscape of the game the last few years?
Yeah, obviously. You want everything to. You don't like the things to happen because, you know, a couple things happen here and there, and next thing you know, the media, you all pick it up and you run with it, and sometimes I think you tend to exaggerate the difficulties that come up, and where that's the minority. The majority is, things don't happen. Let's talk about the tremendous academic accomplishments that are happening across the country. The kids that are all doing things the right way. That's what we should be focused on. But let's face it, we live in a day and age where something happens, and it's gonna be on the airways for sometimes weeks, not just days, but weeks. And so, that becomes glorified instead of glorifying the things that and all the tremendously positive things that are going on in college athletics. And but let's face it, I don't live with my head in the sand in this day and age. We all understand that's the way it works, and we're under the microscope all the time, and you got to be on guard all the time, and that's you got to make sure that you do things the right way so your institution does not fall under that into that category.
Time for two more questions. We'll start here, stage right, and finish stage left.
Coach, for the Big Ten audience, for the Big Ten fans that aren't as familiar with the play of Taylor Martinez, tell us what makes him such a special player, and also what type of things you'd like to see him improve upon this fall in his game.
Well, I think Taylor is I think he has all the tools you look for. He's very fast. He's quick. He gets to top speed in a hurry. He can make all the throws. He can do really everything you ask a quarterback to do. I mean, he has good arm talent. He can throw the ball outside. But he has a long way to go in his decision making, in his just knowledge of the game overall, and with more experience, he's going to continue to get better. It was interesting because last year he had such tremendous success early on that everybody wanted to jump ahead, and the pressure went up in a hurry. People were talking Heisman candidate and all those things. He was 2-3 games into his career, which was crazy. And then he got hurt later on in the year. But the young man is committed. He's tremendously talented. He has an opportunity to finish up his career. He has, obviously 3 years left to play. And he's going to be a tremendous player, not only this year, but I think he'll continue to get better as the year goes on and throughout his career. And, you just got to let him develop. And that's where we are right now. He is a much more prepared quarterback right now than he was a year from now. And, a year earlier, he was just getting started. We had no idea what we even had going into camp. Now he has a year under his belt, and I think he has the opportunity to take his game to another level. But you got to earn it. You got to earn it on a daily basis. And he has a lot of talent around him, a lot of talent pushing him, and so he's going to have to be on his P's and Q's to withstand all that competition.
Bo, there's always a culture to every conference. It might be geography, it might be ethnicity, it can be a variety of things. What do you see as being the Big Ten's culture in that respect?
When I think of the Big Ten, I think of class, I think of tremendous tradition, and like I said, I think of integrity. I think that's what the Big Ten, has represented for a very long time. And, you look at the academic accomplishments throughout the conference, and to me, it serves as a model, and it's why I feel so great about us being a part of the conference. I think it serves as a model for the rest of college football, and that's why it's such an honor for us as an institution to come and be a part of it. Because I think that, maybe I'm a little bit biased because once again, I said I played in this conference and I grew up in the area, but I think that you see the other conferences strive to be what the Big Ten is, and that's why it's so great to be going into our first year.
All right, thanks a lot, Coach Pelini.
Thank you very much.